Alrighty, so what we're just going to get started on here really quick is reviewing authorizations. So what this is just your standard authorization screen. Typically, this is going to be a super user who's managing any of the information in here. This gives people access to either specific documents or specific functions inside of SAP. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go and track down somebody who we can edit here, sales 2. And so what you can do is each one of these has an expansion. So what we can do is we can always hit expand to open them all the way up, or collapse to close them down. And you can also use, sorry, the search bar up here. So we can search general ledger, and it'll show them which what their authorization is as it relates to that. You can also go and say look up outgoing payments, and that'll give us, oh, they have no authorization there. Well, specifically, well, we want to give them payment for draft, so we'll give them full authorization there. But there is a handful of these that change, that will either say read only or full authorization. So you can always search through and find it in here, and it lines up exactly with how the menu, your normal menu in the modules line up. And what you can do from here as well is you can also copy your authorizations. So you can say, hey, you know what, we've got somebody new here, we want to carry this over. So what we can say is, I want to copy sales 02 over to user 1 and user 8, and then we can hit OK, and it's going to copy those authorizations to those selected users. This way you don't have to constantly go in and remodify them. You can, once you have it set up for one, you can copy it to those other users that have a similar job. Another use of the authorizations is you can actually have groups as well. So these are set up inside of the authorization groups. I think we got to go set it up through the license admin. But what you can do in here is you can actually set these up, and then in the actual user and license administration, you can assign an authorization group directly to a user or group of users when you set them up, and that way you can have them blocked out, and it makes it much easier to track this information and make sure that you're not having individuals with specific authorizations. It carries throughout a group. So that covers up authorizations. Before we